from the same hymn sheet. So, for instance, if you have a president who is saying, you know, I don't want to remove subsidy because it's going to hurt
the president is not on the ballot. The president has his tenure up to 29th May. He may not want to remove subsidy, but our party, if you look at our manifesto, we never promised that we're going to keep petroleum subsidy. We never did. Our party never promised that we'll redesign the currency. It's not in our manifesto.
Well,
you need to separate, okay, the personal decisions of some people in the villa from the manifesto of the party. It's important to understand that.
Is there a division? Because the people in the villa, some people will say, to argue that they're part of your party.
No, most of them are not. That's what is interesting. Most of them are not.
Is there a division between those around the president and those within your party right now, you know, which is affecting your party's presidential campaign council?
I believe there is. I believe that there are elements in the villa that want us to lose the elections because they didn't get their way. They had their candidate. Their candidate didn't win the primaries. And I think they are still trying to get us to lose the elections. And they are hiding behind the president's desire to do what he thinks is right. I'll give two examples. This petroleum subsidy, okay, which is costing the country trillions of naira, was something that we all agreed will be removed. In fact, I had a discussion with the president and showed him why it had to go, because how can you have a capital budget of 200 billion for federal roads and then spend 2 trillion on subsidy? This was a conversation I had with the president in 2021 when the subsidy thing started rising. He was convinced. We left. It changed. Everyone in the government agreed. It changed, okay? Secondly, the second example I will give is this currency redesign. You have to understand the president. People are blaming the governor of the central bank for currency redesign. No. You have to go back and look at the president's first outing as president. He did this. Buhari Idiagbon regime changed our currency and did it in secrecy with a view to catching those that are stashing away illicit funds. It's a very good intention, very clean intention. The president's heart is white, okay? But doing it at this time, within the time allotted, just doesn't make any political, economic, or sense. And for such a program to work, okay, we have to be involved as governors, as subnationals. Because, look, in my state, there are 2 local governments without banks. In Borno State, out of 27 local governments, only 2 have banks. In Yobe State, out of 17 local governments, only 2 have banks. So how do you expect farmers in every part? And remember, Borno State is 4 times the size of the 5 southeast states. So how do you expect everyone to change his currency within the time limit? Look, there are some things
So knowing the example, and given the example that you've given, what then are the chances of your candidate in the presidential elections?
Look, the people of Nigeria should understand that these are not the policies of the APC, they are not the policies of our candidate, they are the policies of fifth columnists that want to bring us down. They want to bring this country down. Because, look here, you know, the governors met a few days ago and sent a delegation to meet with the governor of the central bank on this matter. We've never been really involved in this. We said, look, we are the people that listen to the cries of those below. I went to Cubao and Ikara for campaign last week. And after the campaign, after the rally, the Farmers Association came to me. They said, look, we thank you for all your good policies in agriculture. Buhari has helped in anchor borrowers and this and that. And we thank you particularly for bringing Olam that takes up all our grains that we produce. But why are you trying to make us poor overnight? There is only one bank branch in Cubao local government. Cubao local government is larger than Anambra State. One local government. There is one bank branch. And these are farmers that have millions of naira of their hard-earned money. These are not politicians in Abuja that have stashed billions. These are farmers that have millions of naira. It's their hard-earned money. And they want to change it. And they have to travel 100 kilometers to the nearest bank branch. And on their way, there is a chance that bandits will even seize their money. How can that be done in a few months? It can't. So we went to the governor of the central bank. I said, look, extend this thing. And let's work together. Okay? The governors with security agencies, we provide vehicles to the banks and central bank. We go town to town, village to village, market to market, and say, come and change your money. We support the idea of redesign. We know that there are people with stashes of cash. We also want that mopped up, okay? But we should not in the process make ordinary people suffer or ignite the anger of voters against our party as if it is our party's policy. It is not. All right. It is the policy of a few people. Well, and it's probably either not well thought through.
UBA, Kaduna Drive. They say they have not received any money and they are not giving out. I thought they were lying until I came here to notice that nothing is going on, no transaction. What is going on? This is complete sabotage. Few days to the presidential elections and we are witnessing this. Who is doing this? Who is doing this? Was it not planned? If you know that you are going to collect almost how many? 1 trillion. You could have produced 1.something trillion naira. New notes. You have all the time. What are we talking about? Few days to the presidential election, I see it as complete sabotage. And those in charge must, as a matter of urgency, do the needful. I understand Jay's Bank is receiving money, is giving out money. Few branches they have across Nigeria. Where did Jay's Bank get all this money? Why are big banks like Zenith, UBA, and other big banks, they're just sitting down? What is happening? This is complete sabotage, and we cannot take it. I'm here to take money. They say there's no money. What is going to happen to ordinary people? If gold rusts, what will iron do? UBA, Zenith, First Bank. If gold rusts, what will iron do?
The thing I can assure you is that no matter who, this administration is focused and determined to ensure a free and fair election. And I think this administration and those that matter now, who was the most important person in this administration to me is Mr. President. And I think he has shown by words and by deed that he is committed to a free, fair and credible election. And fair, free and credible election actually means not favoring anybody or disadvantaging anybody. Now, and everywhere he goes, he makes that very clear. Even as recently as Friday, when he was in Dara, he said the same thing. So, if there's anybody who's working against any candidate, we don't know officially.
There is a huge deception going on in the country right now. And that deception is that President Muhammad Buhari has abandoned the presidential candidate of the APC, as what Bola made to do, or that President Muhammad Buhari is sabotaging as what Bola made to do. Anybody who is relying on that as some people are trying to do, will be shocked. So the truth of the matter is that even if Buhari want to sabotage Tinubu, Buhari lacks the capacity to pull it off. He lacks the capacity to pull it off. Look at what happened in the primaries. As Bola made Tinubu outsmarted him. So what can Nigerians do? Those who want to really get rid of APC and their presidential candidates and ensure that they are defeated. It is to ensure that Aswad Bola Tinubu does not have the opportunity to compromise the election. Listening to what Allah Mohammed said in his reply to Tinubu over the allegation of sabotage at presidential Bola. He said that Buhari was committed or is committed to conduct free and fair election. That Buhari is not ready to show preference to any presidential candidate. He wants to conduct free and fair election, and that he has been saying it every time he had an opportunity. Intention is one thing. Actually pulling it off is another thing. Buhari lacks the capacity and the will to pull it off, to conduct free and fair election. Therefore, Nigerians must ensure that he does so by policing all the electoral processes to ensure that the election is free and fair, especially the Obidients, who are determined to ensure a new Nigeria. And I'm telling you this because it is important that people don't get carried away by Buhari's promise of free and fair election, or that Buhari is not committed to Tinubu winning. Buhari may not be committed to Tinubu winning, but Tinubu is committed to winning and is ready to do anything to win. That is where the Obidients and other patriotic Nigerians come in. Because right now what they want to present is to show a sense of vulnerability. That there are people in Aso Villa that are too powerful. These people are too powerful that they want to compromise the election. That they are the reason why there is fuel crisis in the country. That they are the reason why there is crisis in the Naira swap program of the Central Bank of Nigeria. But you and I, the Senegal people, know that those people cannot be that strong, because if they are that strong, they will not even allow Bola Tinubu to emerge as candidates. This Tinubu camp, they are adept at deception. They want to deceive Nigerians that they are vulnerable, that they are weak, when they are actually strong. Because as Bola Tinubu understands the politics of Nigeria, he has a deep pocket. And there are so many Nigerians at official level that are major stakeholders in this election that are ready to be bought. But even when they are bought, they still have to perform, compromise the electoral process. That is where Nigerians will come in. That is where the obedience must come in to ensure that their votes are protected, to ensure that their votes are not stolen. This is very important because they can shout conspiracy from now to tomorrow, to forever. Don't listen to them. They are deceiving Nigerians that they are vulnerable. They have a deep pocket. They may be complaining about the availability of the new Naira notes. I can tell you that these people are deceptive. They would have by now stocked up in terms of new Naira notes. Forget about their pretensions. Don't forget that several weeks ago, when Asiwaju Bola Tinubu met with physically challenged Nigerians, where Asiwaju Bola Tinubu was captured on video giving money to one of the physically challenged persons. Asiwaju Bola Tinubu gave the man the new Naira notes. Go and watch it again, that video again. They are pretending to be vulnerable, they are not. Even when they think that they are talking about that the fuel scarcity and others is going to make people not to vote for them, they have already stocked up. They are too smart not to have money, this new Naira note, to make sure that they will be able to outspend their opponents on election day. But like I used to say, in this coming election, money will fail just as money fell in Egypt. And how can money fail? It is when the Obidients and other patriotic Nigerians collect their money and still vote their conscience. That is when money will fail. Money will fail when Nigerians are ready to sacrifice. I've told people, I've said it in this channel, that on the day of election, cancel every other activities that you have. Be ready to sleep at your polling unit to protect your vote. Put your eyes on your party agent, the Labour Party agent. Be there. It's just a day out of the 365 days in 2023. Just sacrifice that day to ensure that you are there. The proper records are taken, the accreditations are done by Beavers. The electronic accreditation are done by Beavers. The votings were done. The results are transmitted from the polling unit to INEC server and everything. Make sure that you are there. Don't leave that place. Put your eyes on the polling agent. These people have deep pockets. Their mindset is to buy up everybody. They believe that every Nigerian is buyable, affordable. But they will be wrong. They are wrong. Nigerians have to prove them wrong in this election. That their perception of their countrymen, that because they have weaponized poverty, everybody will be struggling to collect the crumbs from their table. Don't believe what El-Rufai is saying about people in the villa, sabotaging them. Don't believe Asiwaju Bola Tinubu that there are people sabotaging him. Don't believe any other conspiracy theories that is out there, including Joey Boko that you saw in the video. I mean, who are the people behind this? These are all deception, giving image of vulnerability. So the obedience must be ready to defend the vote. They should not take the words of Tinubu and co that some people are working against them. As Nigerians should not take those words as the truth. No. These people, as for Bola and Tinubu, they are working hard. They are desperate to win this election. The Nigerians, the obedience will stop them. How can they stop them? By ensuring that they protect their polling units. If every single polling unit is well protected and the polling agents are well monitored, it will be difficult for Bola Tinubu and co to be able to compromise the election. Because the truth of the matter is that Buhari may want to conduct free and fair election, but he does not have the capacity to enforce it. Because those in the field are ready to be bought. Be it security agents, be it whatever. But Nigerians, by their vigilance, can stop them. It has happened before, where Nigerians are determined that a bad candidate cannot win, and they were able to stop it. They were able to do it. We have done it several in this country. We can do it. Nigerians can do it in this election. So the ball is on the courts. It's in the courts of the obedience. Be ready to sacrifice. Don't leave anything to chance. There are those who are thinking that the presidency is going to help atiku Abubakar. They will be shocked if everybody doesn't police Tinubu and the APC very well. They will be shocked how they will come up with fantastic results. So Nigerians must stop them. Nigerians should not rely on what Buhari is saying, his intentions, because he has shown a lot of weakness in asserting himself. Look at how they dribbled him and pulled the rug under his feet during the primaries, and Tinubu emerged. Is it this the election, the general election, that he'll be able to do anything? No, the job is that of Nigerians, the obedience, to stop them. Because if Nigerians don't stop Tinubu and co, they are ready to go all the way. And that will not be good for the country. So I hope that this message will get to the obedience, because a whole lot of things is required of them. A whole lot of things are required of them. And one of the things that are required of them is to ensure that every polling unit they are voted, they should stay there and ensure that the votes count. Anybody thinking that this election is going to be totally free and fair because Buhari want to conduct free and fair, because Buhari doesn't want Tinubu to win, that person will be shocked, because Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu and the APC, they are ready to do anything to carry the day. But Nigerians can stop them. The Obidients can stop them. The Obidients have gone through a lot to be able to raise Peter Obi to the level that he is today. They cannot afford to disappoint Nigerians by allowing Peter Obi's votes to be jeopardized on February 25. Therefore, they should forget about all the shenanigans about Tinubu being sabotaged. They should forget about the noises about Buhari's commitment to free and fair election. The Obidients must ensure that there is free and fair election in their individual polling units. Thank you for watching this video, and if you are new to my channel, I am not yet subscribed to my channel. Subscribe to my channel, hit the subscription button, hit the notification bell. When you subscribe to my channel and hit the notification bell, anytime I have a new video, you'll be among the first. God bless you. And please don't forget to like this video, because when you like this video, Google will recommend it for more people, and with more people watching it, more people will see the need to vote for Peter Obi and protect their votes on February 15th. God bless you and yours.